Thank you for choosing THV 11 tonight. I hope you've been enjoying your weekend so far. I'm joined now by meteorologist Simone Thomas to get a quick check of your weather. Simone, it looks like we're going to see some big changes this weekend.
Yeah, Brooke, we already kind of felt a little taste of that winter chill today. Highs only getting as high as the middle 40s. Pretty cloudy out there, but what I want to draw your attention to on satellite is that storm system brewing off to our west. That's indicated by that L. Now that's going to be moving east overnight and into tomorrow. That'll actually be moving through the state and dragging a cold front along with it. Now the area of high pressure to our east, as that finishes moving east, wind flows starting to change now to more of an east-southeasterly direction. So we're going to see some increasing moisture, a few showers possible overnight, but really tomorrow going to be the big day for rain and thunderstorms we're tracking. And once again, the potential for severe weather across the state of Arkansas. Now the highest threat for severe weather is staying south and east of us along that Ark-La-Miss region, including Chico and Ashley counties in that level 3 out of 5 or enhanced risk. But some of central Arkansas, as you see, still included in that level 2 slight risk. But even beyond the severe weather tomorrow, we've got a frigid week ahead, which is why we're issuing a weather impact alert for all day Monday with that Arctic air moving in, wind chill values as low as the single digits for some. I have more details on all of the changes coming up in that 7-day outlook, so make sure you stick around.
Thanks, Simone. With those below freezing temperatures moving in, the time to prepare your home and especially your pipes is right now. THV 11's Carter Thweet talked to an expert today about what you can do to make sure you're ready.
That's right, Brooke. It's information that you've probably heard before, but this is really the first time since last winter where it's getting cold enough to once again be relevant. But don't worry, because local plumber Aaron Jackson and other local groups have got you covered.
Below freezing for a few days straight.
Those are the temperatures that Aaron Jackson of North Little Rock's Jackson Plumbing says raise alarm bells in his line of work.
Temperatures will start dropping and, pipes will start freezing.
All of Arkansas is set to see below freezing temperatures Monday, with some dropping as low as the teens. That's why Jackson says when it comes to pipes, it's time to prepare now.
Turn your hot and cold water on your faucets, maybe like a pencil lead stream. Open your cabinet doors up, protect your hose bibs, your outside faucets.
Opening the cabinets allows heat to get to the pipes. And Jackson says covering up outside faucets with something like a faucet cover is extra important.
When the wind starts blowing, being cold outside is one thing. The wind starts blowing on it, it really freezes it up. So just kind of keep the wind off of them. That helps protect them.
As for leaving the faucet running or dripping, that keeps the pipes from freezing by keeping them at a steady temperature, same as leaving the heat on. Central Arkansas Water suggests making sure your home is adequately heated and maintaining a consistent temperature. Southwestern Electric says a comfortable temperature like 68 degrees should do the trick. But what do you do if all else fails and a pipe does burst?
First thing you need to do is go shut your water off. That way you don't get a lot of property damage. Second thing is, you can try to repair it yourself or call your local plumber, whoever you have.
And one of the other tips from Central Arkansas Water is to make sure you know where that main shutoff valve is if you don't already. Again, we hope that you won't need to use it, but in the event you do have a pipe burst, it's best to be prepared.
All right, good tips. Thank you, Carter. As temperatures take a plunge at the start of next week, experts also encourage you to prepare your vehicle. DeRyan Coleman is a mechanic at Coleman & Sons Automotive in Little Rock. He says now is the time to check your tire pressure as well as oil and antifreeze levels. He adds that winter can also be the ideal time to finally take care of that old car battery.
Normally, if your battery is about 3 to 4 years old, it's about time to replace it, and you might experience a slow start. So go ahead and get that battery replaced before it gets too cold.
Some of Coleman's other tips, as well as how officials in northern parts of Arkansas are preparing for winter weather, can be found on our website, thv11.com. And now is a great time to install our THV 11 Plus app. Whether on your smartphone or your smart TV, the streaming platform delivers the latest weather information when you want it. The phone app is available on Google Play and the Apple App Store. You can download it for free on your Amazon Fire Stick, Roku, or Apple TV as well. Happening this week, 6 days of funeral observances began today for former President Jimmy Carter, who died Sunday at the age of 100 in his hometown of Plains, Georgia. Christian Benavidez is at the Carter Center in Atlanta with more on how the nation is saying a final farewell.
Family, friends, and dignitaries filled the Carter Presidential Center in Atlanta Saturday as the nation honors former President Jimmy Carter.
He was an amazing man, and he was held up and propped up and soothed by an amazing woman. And the two of them together changed the world.
6 days of tributes began at the hospital in Americus, Georgia, where current and former Secret Service agents carried his casket to the hearse. The procession then traveled through Carter's rural hometown of Plains, Georgia, where well-wishers lined the route to pay their respects.
He made a lasting impact that we will never forget.
The motorcade made a brief stop at the Boyhood Farm, where the former peanut farmer grew up. Members of the National Park Service rang a bell 39 times in honor of the 39th president. Arriving in Atlanta, Governor Brian Kemp led a moment of silence at the state capitol to honor Carter's service as a state senator and governor. Carter will lie in repose here in Atlanta until Tuesday morning for mourners who want to come pay their respects.
He gives me hope.
Ian Hamilton says Carter's work after being president, which included building houses for the charity Habitat for Humanity and winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002, resonates the most.
I just see his legacy living on through all of us, especially in terms of, what he was able to accomplish through peace, through global health, and just being a role model citizen.
Carter's remains moved to Washington Tuesday to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol before his state funeral at the Washington National Cathedral Thursday. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Atlanta.
After his funeral service in Washington Thursday, Carter's casket returns to Plains, Georgia for an invitation-only funeral before he was buried next to his wife of 77 years, Rosalind Carter. Back here at home, the second annual Arkansas Children's Business Fair was held today. The marketplace offers kids the opportunity to display and sell their products in a real-world environment, gaining valuable business experience while also earning money.
It's a community event, a community fair that parents of young entrepreneurs can host in the community to support young entrepreneurs.
The one-day event showcased businesses run by young entrepreneurs ages 6 to 18.
Now through the rest of the evening, it's going to be pretty gloomy. We're going to start to see some rain overnight, but that's just a drop in the bucket compared to the active, busy day coming tomorrow. I'm breaking down all the details in your 7-day outlook. That's coming up right after the break.
And we're now one day away from the 82nd Golden Globe Awards. We're taking a closer look at what you can expect and the final preparations for the show after the break.